Start this week's The Spotlight with some figures which may well surprise you. Every 2 hours in Australia, a woman dies from a heart attack, and heart disease kills 3 times more women than breast cancer. So if you thought heart attacks and heart disease mostly affect only older men, think again. Women represent nearly half of all related deaths, but only 36% of Aussie women are aware that heart disease is their #1 killer. Joining us for the Spotlight this week is Dr. John Darcy, the Heart Foundation's Cardiovascular Health Director, Julianne Mitchell, and heart attack survivor, Vivian Sabello. Thank you all for being here. Such an important issue. First of all, Julianne, to you, why on earth don't we know this?
Look, there's a combination of reasons. Firstly, I think the media, we often, when we see heart attack depicted, it's a male that's clutching their chest. Secondly, I think that women's cancers get a lot of attention, and so people are thinking of those when they think about their health. Thirdly, we haven't really had high-profile women talk about their heart attack event in the same way that breast cancer has, and so it's more talked about in the community.
Yeah, look, that makes sense, but thank goodness we're talking about it now at least. Yeah. Vivian, you had a heart attack in January. You're one of 4,800 women who do every year. Is this something that you ever considered?
Never. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that I would be a heart attack victim. I actually consider myself to be quite healthy and active. And I actually think even when I was having the heart attack, I don't even think I realised that it was actually a heart attack.
You had three children. You're a very active mum. You look fit and healthy. How did you come to terms with the fact that this had happened?
I don't know, it's funny to say, I'm not even sure if I've still actually come to terms with that, because I still sit there and it's just like surreal. I find it really hard to comprehend the fact that, wow, that actually did happen to me. And I know a lot of people around me were absolutely blown away that Vivian Sabello had a heart attack. Oh my God, are you joking?
Doc John, women can experience different symptoms to men.
Well, they can. You know, the classic one that we all think about is a bloke goes, oh, my chest, and they fall down and they're resuscitated, etc. But women can have much more subtle symptoms as well as having chest pain. For example, they might just have overpowering fatigue that's ongoing. They just don't feel well. And when they go and see their doctor, the doctor's not thinking heart. Just like women aren't thinking heart, the doctor's not thinking heart, and that skips their view. And yet, from the very earliest 30s and 40s, you're putting on a kilogram a year of weight, increasing your belly fat, all of which increases your chances of high blood pressure, of bad sugar, and the risk of cardiovascular disease. All that's happening, and no one, as you so rightly say, under the menopause or soon after the menopause, is thinking about it.
Do the medical profession, doctors, need to be thinking about this more?
Yes, there's been some studies in the past, some very good studies, that indicate that doctors in accident emergency weren't thinking heart when women came into the accident emergency ward. But now they are, thanks to this sort of thing where we're getting around and talking about a major issue. So doctors are thinking heart now. If you go to A&E, they're thinking heart just as much as if you were a bloke.
Julianne, you've got 3 messages for women. What should they be doing?
Look, I think every woman should see their doctor for a heart health check to really work out whether they're at high, medium or low risk of heart disease. Secondly, I think that we should all know the warning signs of a heart attack. Yes, chest pain is common, but in women it's usually those more atypical symptoms. The fatigue, the pain down the arm, the chest pain. Be aware of them and call 000 if you think you're having it. The third thing is tell 3 women that you know and love to be as vigilant about their heart health as they are about their breast health.
Because fatigue is something that women would just pretty much feel every day in our lives.
Well, so the blokes. Of course. Blokes can feel fatigue as well.
Of course.
But you're dead right. I mean, a lot of people come in and they say to their doctor, I'm tired all the time. And a lot of these women are menopausal as well, and they put it down to possibly the menopause, and they're not thinking of other things as well. And that's a problem.
Yeah, that's right. Vivian, what would you like to say to other women, to your girlfriends, to women that are out here that are out there watching you now, what message would you like
I
to tell
actually
them?
think that it's really important that people realise that it isn't necessarily an age thing. I thought I was too young to have a heart attack. And I think, like Dr. John was saying about the symptoms, it's like I didn't get the pain coming down my arms, and I didn't get that crushing chest pain.
What happened for you?
For me, I did feel a little bit tight in the chest, but I remember my hands, it was the pain in my hands. They were just throbbing and aching.
Interesting.
And it was more the pain in my hands more than anything else, where I'm like, oh my goodness, and I just had this sense of something was really, really wrong and I need help now.
Wow. So you had that sense. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
You did.
Yes.
Because you might have missed the opportunity to get the ambulance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And thank goodness you did. And hopefully, if women at home are watching this, if you're feeling any of those symptoms, don't hesitate. Pick up the phone.
Yeah.
Call 000, right?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And if women in particular want to know more about this, visit the Heart Foundation website, which has a whole section on women and heart disease.
Great facts.
And it's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And those facts will blow your mind.
Yeah.
They really will. Dr. John, Julianne and Vivian, thanks so much for coming in. We really do appreciate
Great pleasure.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coming up on the Daily Edition, the supermodels still strutting their stuff.